We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Oates and Joshua Carty will get it underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19, Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
1st and 10.
Panther 60,
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
At the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey, Viking 18.
He'll look to throw. That's Otten, open downfield. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal.
Cougar 19, Cowboy 80. Take off.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Tampa. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The return starts from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Ready up.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready. Dragon 60. Ready.
On. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Elijah Cansey getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
70 race. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Say, hey. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete to Emeka Ibuka. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only 4th down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. It can feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the 1st down.
They'll go with the counter on 1st down. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down, they need 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 10-yard line.
Go.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the double. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. number 14 on the year.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
The tackle made by Julian Ball. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And this is going to be a Rams first down as he gets up past the 35.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Come on, come on.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open is the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Get it! No! No! Gravity Lions!
Now a give up the middle. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Malcolm Rodriguez in for the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll run here with Sermon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hey, Chris! Bronco 80! Buffalo 18! Let's go!
That is caught at the 3. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1, What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Drop 60, drop 60, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he was able to bring him down for a loss.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready up.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now give on the ground. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Get up.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jared Verse there to make the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keely Ringo. And the Rams will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lions.
His drive will start on the ground. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Ready? Ready? 60 by 6. Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Down at the 41. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4.
Check. Ready? Cougar 19. Steady.
Get this complete right side to Otten. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
Yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
46-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
On the jump. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now this looks like a design run, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Come on. 19 Lions. 18 Cardinals.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A short one there to Otten. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Bucs have the field goal unit on the field. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Buccaneers move out in front. The new score, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Go.
Looking to get that wide receiver screen set up, but this one will not work. It's incomplete.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Ready up. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Ready? Ready.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
Ready? 70 Lions. Trap 60. Trap 60. Rig alert. Rig alert. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Left side, he's got Ibuka. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. It is second and 6.
Second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and 6.
Dragon 60. Viking 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Around 32-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Julian Love brings him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 8.
Let's go.
No turn and hand this one off. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Got it. Ready?
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Now 4th down.
So after being unable to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down, now they have a decision to make. And, Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter 4-down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
They'll try and run for it. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard
And the decision
line.
to go for it on 4th and short, it's a lot easier, Mike, when you take a look in that huddle and you see the big guys up front. I mean, their ability to continue to win at the point of attack. We've seen it all game long, and when that's the case, you don't need to overthink it. Turn around, hand it to your back, fresh set of downs.
Space to run inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown Buccaneers. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
Ready. 79 Broncos.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Handoff here, up the middle. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Up the middle they go. And He'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And the Rams.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, LA.
Happy 50, happy 50. Go. 18. Ready.
On the ground, this is Sermon. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ready, ready.
That is Ferguson in motion.
Let's go.
Here's Sermon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel.
He's got his big tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Rams. His fourth TD grab of the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Ready, ready.
They're going to try to run it in. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. Here's Hardy now. We'll kick it away following the touchdown. This returnable from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Reno. Viking 18. Steady.
It's first down, and they'll run. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 22 now, here's second and 8.
Ready. Bring it. 7.
Now, faking the give. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game, Mike. He understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That is brought in. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the third. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now. 19 target. 60 Eagles. 60 Jack Panther.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Tag! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready!
They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Second and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. You get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
It's now third and goal.
Okay, ready?
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and
Here we
goal.
go, set. Viking 18. Ready?
Oh, here's a hot pass on the end around. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Tampa. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Set.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line.
First down.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Cap 50, cap 50.
Back to the air once more on second down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Go check, go check. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 7 Pirate, 7 Pirate.
Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and 10.
Let's go now. 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
On the toss, they'll run. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing now on third and long. That's caught! And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is second touchdown tonight. The extra point is good. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
On the jump. Left wing 19. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. 19 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Again, working deep downfield. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance.
That everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
At the 37-yard line.
Come 19. Come 19.
Back to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Ready.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Trying to set the tight end screen there, but that winds up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Back to the air again on second and 10. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Buccaneers. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Back at the 16-yard line.
Nick. Ready.
No give on the ground. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
And And that's not going to be nearly enough. He'll get 4, but 4th and long coming up.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They'll try to run. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ready? 7 Pirates. Viking 18. Go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Ball sitting at the 7, 1st and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
2nd and goal. At the Rams' 10-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
18 Cardinals. Warriors 70.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
Ready, break. Ready.
Drive will start on the ground. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They bounced back from the loss last week. They'll put in a determined effort and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.